Good afternoon. My name is Erica Kelly, and I am the teacher of the Criminal Justice Branch and coordinator of the Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness Program here at Joppatown High School. I would like to welcome you to our 2020 Senior Capstone Expo. Today, we are celebrating our 13th year anniversary. Capstone seniors, parents, teachers, JHS administration, mentors, and business partners, we would like to thank you for your participation this afternoon. Today we are celebrating 22 seniors who worked intensely over the past 3 years to complete the requirements for the Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness Program. Before we recognize the seniors individually, we have a few people who would like to share some words of wisdom. I'd like to begin with our principal, Ms. Pamela Ziegler.
Greetings, everyone. I am Pamela Ziegler, the principal of Joppatown High School. We are delighted that you are participating with us for the Digital Capstone event. The Homeland Security Emergency Program is an excellent example of students completing academic endeavors while pursuing high in-demand career options. These students are both college and career prepared. So, Mariners, as you go forth, please remember the following advice. Be productive while in the midst of our current predicament or any other challenges you face. Recognizing your own powerful inner strength and creativity. Recognizing your resilience in the midst of this pandemic and whatever challenges you face in the future. We are depending on you, class of 2020, our new group of emergency preparedness planners and responders.
Thank you, Ms. Ziegler. Next, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker for this afternoon, our assistant principal, Mr. Adam Milanowski.
I wanted to thank Ms. Kelly for asking me to be the keynote address for the Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness class of 2020 Digital Capstone Night. At first, I was trying to figure out why she would ask me. Then I realized we came into this program together 3 years ago. I also remember when I came, I didn't realize fully what the program entails. She tried to explain it to me and what they did in class, and I just nodded my head to make her think I understood. At first, I just thought it was a focus on criminal justice. When I thought of Homeland Security, I thought of the September 11th attacks and the police and the firemen that responded. I really couldn't understand how the science strand and GIS strand fit into that whole realm of Homeland Security. I can tell you that view has dramatically changed since March 13th. I now understand how they fit in and play a valuable resource in the triangle of the program. In the past 2 months, the focus for almost all the news stories has highlighted the importance of all three strands. While this pandemic has caused a number of disruptions to our quote-unquote normal lives, it has also highlighted how our students have a leg up on other graduates to pursue an education, training, and degree in these fields. Our students who pursue the criminal justice strand after high school will be responsible for maintaining order and assisting people who need help. I think of the police officers and the National Guard troops who are assisting people in neighborhoods with food supplies and other necessities. Our students who pursue the science strand are the next round of people who will be working in hospitals, assisting those who become ill and developing vaccines for the viruses that we don't even know about right now. Our students who continue in the GIS strand will be creating maps to assist the law enforcement and medical fields on where to focus resources, where major hotspots appear, and how issues spread. While many have said that this pandemic has taken so much from our graduates this year, I think that has highlighted the needs for future generations to have training on dealing with these pandemics. At the very least, it has given Mr. Zappe another scenario to provide the intro students with when they're working on the tabletops next year. It doesn't seem like that long ago that you were sitting in Miss Kelly's room learning about what the different experiences the program could offer, and that you would have to choose one of them to focus on for the next 2 years. Or for some, it probably feels like a lifetime ago. While we move forward, I'd like to impart a few words of wisdom, as I'm told that is my main purpose for this presentation. The first is a quote from Ernest Hemingway. Today is only one day in all the days that will ever be. But what will happen in all the other days that ever comes can depend on what you do today. I've never read For Whom the Bell Tolls, nor do I plan to. I heard this quote at Senator McCain's funeral in 2018. From this, I take that every morning is the same. But the way I approach the day, the decisions I make each day, no matter how small, will have an impact on tomorrow and all the days after that. I try to follow that every day. When I'm in the halls, I try to smile and be positive to all the students and teachers. You never know what kind of day the other person is having, and this might be the first positive interaction that person has all day. No matter what your path is in the future, understand that empathy and compassion are two of the most powerful attributes a person can possess. Quotes 2 and 3 both come from a 1999 Baz Luhrmann song titled Sunscreen. Quote 2, don't worry about the future, or worry, but know that worrying is as effective as trying to solve an algebra equation by chewing bubble gum. The real troubles in your life are apt to be the things that never cross your worried mind, the kind that blindsides you at 4 p.m. on some idle Tuesday. But in our case, it wasn't a Tuesday. In our case, it was March 13th. I see too many people in my life worry about things that they have no control over. I think this is a waste of time and stressful. Being prepared and worrying are two different things. Instead of worrying about the future, be a problem solver and deal with issues when it happens. It is impossible to be totally prepared. My final quote, appropriate for our time, get to know your parents. You never know when they'll be gone. Be nice to your siblings. They're your best link to the past, and the people most likely to stick with you in the future. I know what you're thinking. In the past 2 months, I've gotten to know my family all too well. But understand, these are the people who will love and support you in everything you do in the future, and they aren't going anywhere. Appreciate them now. Tell them on a regular basis that you love them. It is something that can't be said enough. You would not be here today without them. In closing, congratulations to you for graduating this year and finishing one chapter in your life. Another chapter is about to open, and as you move forward, always look ahead to where you're going, but remember from where you came and the people who helped get you there. Congratulations, class of 2020.
I would like to share a few highlights about this current school year. In the fall, we were able to have our 3rd annual Emergency Preparedness Fair, and we invited agencies like Harford County Sheriff's Office, Joppa Magnolia Fire Department, and Maryland State Police to share information regarding preparedness. Many students were able to present research projects that involved an explanation of their various branches. We also hosted more than 15 speakers once again this year to share their areas of expertise. The Homeland Security teachers were able to present to the HCPS Family Outreach Committee. Teachers were also able to present at the faculty meeting at Joppatown Elementary School and the PTSA at Joppatown High School. From that faculty meeting, students were then asked to present at the career fair at Joppatown Elementary School. We also were able to have our foundation students work with our school liaison, former police officer James Bell, and conduct a tabletop exercise. Students in the GIS branch were able to discuss the articulation agreement with Harford Community College with presenter Tamara Villegas. Students in criminal justice branch were able to work on various CSI experiments like eyewitness accounts and handwriting and shoe print analysis. Students in the science branch visited the biocontainment unit at Johns Hopkins, and our seniors visited Harford Community College to prepare for that next level. And finally, next year, we would like our criminal justice juniors and seniors to receive CPR AED certification, and our entire program be able to visit the 9/11 Memorial Museum in New York City in honor of the 20th anniversary of September 11th. At this time, we would like to take a moment to honor the industry mentors who so graciously gave their time to work closely with our students throughout the course of the school year. We truly appreciate your dedication and partnership. The motto of our program is integrity, commitment, and service. These students have demonstrated all 3 of these attributes in preparing for careers in various homeland security and emergency preparedness fields. Our program has 3 graduating seniors from the Geographic Information Systems, or GIS strand, who worked diligently this year with the ESRI program to develop their capstone projects, connecting real-world issues and the field of GIS. There are 9 graduating seniors in the Homeland Security Science strand, who have also worked with laptops, studied various science careers dedicated to protecting and defending the safety and security of our citizens, and they also have worked with various mentors, from Aberdeen Proving Grounds Research Lab, Agilent Technologies, Harford County Public Schools, Harford County Detention Center, and Harford Community College. Lastly, there are 10 students in the Law Enforcement Criminal Justice branch. They are also completing the program this year and have worked with mentors from the Harford County Sheriff's Office and the Maryland State Police. At this point in the program, I would like to give an opportunity for you to see all of the research from our students. Our senior capstone students are as followed: Nicholas Allard, Science; Devin Barber, Science; Kyle Beck, Science; Alan Brown, Criminal Justice; Leoki Dow, Criminal Justice; Aaron Eilers, Science; Star Higgins Tan, Science; Scott Hudson, Science; Kamara Jeremiah, GIS; Christopher Calambihis, Criminal Justice; Jasmeet Kaur, Science; Jashawn Lee, GIS; Kamani Mitchell, GIS; Cameron Page, Science; Alyssa Pickett, Criminal Justice; Michael Rodriguez, Criminal Justice; Radislaw Shevchek, Criminal Justice; Jonathan Trossel, Criminal Justice; Sarah Vargas Gonzalez, Criminal Justice; Austin Walther, Criminal Justice; Simone Williams Ingram, Science; and Julian Young, Criminal Justice. We will now begin with Nicholas Allard. I hope you enjoy our presentations. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness Program Class of 2020. On behalf of the entire Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness Program, we thank you for attending our 2020 Senior Capstone Expo.